Hello, and welcome back to King's Quest III, To Err is Human. We've got about 12 minutes until Manannan wakes up, so we're going to go ahead and get through almost all of the spells that we have left. We've got 6 left and 5 that we can actually do. So we're just going to go ahead and start, get them out of the way, and then when he wakes up, we can take over the house. Alright, so first of all, we're going to turn to page 2 of the book, and we're going to perform the Understanding the Language of Creatures spell. Alright, so first, put a small feather into the bowl, the feather that we got from the chicken earlier. And next we add the dog fur that we've got from Kenny in the store. And then the reptile skin, snake skin actually, from the snake in the desert. Fishbone from Manannan's little stores. And the dew from Mama Bear's flowers. I apologize if there are sound issues. For some reason, the sound doesn't seem to want to work very well during these spell sequences. All right. Waving the wand. Awesome. Alright, now we've got that done. We will move on. We've already got flying like an eagle or a fly, so we'll move on to the the teleportation at random spell is the one that we can't do. We're missing one ingredient. So we'll go get that later, and we'll move on to the Causing a Deep Sleep spell, which is on page 14. Alright. If you remember, there's a mortar and pestle on Manannan's little workbench here, so we're going to use that. also charcoal brazier, which we will also be using. sitting there on his desk. If nothing else, King's Quest at least expanded my vocabulary. I'd never heard of the word soporific before I played this game. Never knew it existed. Put that in the game, I was like, what in the world does that mean? Alright, and then we wave the magic wand. And there we go. Second spell, well, third really, completed. Alright, next we're going to do the transforming another into a cat spell, which is on page 25. Alright. I think this really takes the cake as the most intrusive the most intrusive and tedious copy protection ever found in a computer game, honestly, because it's just ridiculous, but it's fun. At least I think it is. Alright. But it is rather tedious. There we go. And finally, as we end all of them, wave the magic wand. Alright, and now if we take a look here, we have a cat cookie. It's funny that the spell actually said appetizing magic treat when it's definitely not. I mean, I wouldn't want to eat a cookie with cat hair sticking out of it. It's just, ugh. But it could still come in useful. So we'll keep it. And we will move on to the next one, Brewing a Storm, which is on page, let's see, 55, 84. Yeah, it's been a while. High school, really. Actually, probably before high school, since I use my Roman numerals. 84. Alright. Yep. Okay. Ocean water. And what else do we need? Oh, now we need to boil it away. Charcoal brazier's already lit, so... add some mud. Alrighty. And finally, wave the magic wand. Oh, and, pour it into a jar. Alright, awesome. Ah, brazier unlit itself. Alright. One more spell. Yep, one more. And then we will be good as gold. Then we can sit around for 5 minutes and wait for the wizard to wake up. Alright, so this is the Becoming Invisible. If I didn't mention it, that last spell was Brewing a Storm. You may have guessed that from the verse, but I don't remember if I mentioned it or not. So, and so this last one is Becoming Invisible, and if I remember my Roman numerals correctly, it's on page 169. So, let's do it. 169. CLXX. Yep. Alright. Remember we picked up that little tiny cactus earlier. why I couldn't just squeeze it into the bowl, but whatever. Alright. Cactus plant and horny toad. I feel like Harry Potter. And finally, put ointment in jar. Alright, look at that. We are golden. Okay, so we have completed all of the spells that we can complete at the moment. And we've still got 5 minutes left. So, we're going to go ahead and head back upstairs. Whoa. Okay, that was... Whoa. Alright, give me a second. I'm gonna... That is weird. I've never seen that happen before. It's probably... Dang it. I thought if I went beside the cat. See, if the cat catches you on the stairs, then you trip over him if you're not careful. I thought I could just walk beside him and not trip, but obviously not. Notice, now that I can understand the language of creatures, I can actually hear what he says. Yeah. That's, let's see if that little graphical glitch happens again. Because I've never seen anything like that happen before. It might be a DOSBox thing. No? Because it's... That's weird. Huh. Well, stupid cat. There we go. It might still be a DOSBox glitch. I don't know. I've never seen that happen before. But that's likely the case. Alright. Emulation sometimes can be a little finicky. Even though we're emulating something that's really, really old. Oops. Cabinet. Alright. I guess if we didn't put the wand back and just hid it under the bed, the wizard, Manannan, would probably find it and be like really, really angry. So, alright. Hide all my stuff. And then we will get two things. The cat cookie. And the bowl of porridge. The best way I can think to get rid of Manannan is to turn him into a cat. Might as well, right? But he's not going to eat this cookie by himself, just by putting it in front of him. So we have to hide it in the porridge. And it still looks as appetizing as ever. Awesome. And while we're waiting, let's have a little fun with the cat, shall we? It's just funny because we can actually understand what he says. Get over here, you little feline. Did you go off the screen? You did, didn't you? Gotcha. Normally I don't condone violence to animals, especially cats, because I like cats. But this guy's just despicable. Get over here, you mangy feline. Wonder if I can get some more fur. Nah. Yeah. Oh, fine. Alright. That's enough of the cat. Alright, well, we have nothing to do for the next 2 minutes or so until Manannan wakes up. So I'm going to cut the video off so you don't have to sit here and watch me just putz around for 2 minutes. And when we come back, Manannan will be here and we'll be ready to roll and get this show over with. So, give me a second and we'll be back. Okay, well, that was sooner than was expected. Manannan has awakened, and as we'll see in a second, he is ready to do some serious chowing. He is ravenous. We must fix him something immediately. I'll fix you. Alright. Let's head out of here. It's time to take a little revenge, I think. Yeah. You were doing it before, you'll do it again. We don't care. Alright, you want food? Ah. You can have it. I'll gladly stand here and watch you eat this stuff. Awesome. We're free. And unfortunately, we can't really do anything to him. He just runs around. He never even sits still. He just runs around like, it's like, ah, you jerk. But anyway, Manannan is dead. Well, not dead, but he's a cat. So don't think we'll be. Oh, look, he went off. Oh no, he didn't. I didn't think he went off the screen. Usually he just stays in the room. So Manannan is now no longer a threat. And if we're lucky, which in the King's Quest world we never are, we'll never hear from him again. Oh, right. I need to get my stuff back. Brain freeze there. Da-da-da. That cat was obviously Manannan's cat. And actually, the funny thing is, if you if you run around this house, you will never see Manannan again. You'll only see his real cat. So, all right, we are ready. Well, almost ready to bug out of here. There's just one more thing that we need to get. Look at the magic map, because if I did that, huh, I don't think I've ever heard the chickens talk to each other before. Really should feed them before I go, just to be nice. I was about to look in the inventory to pull out the magic map, and then I realized, oh wait, if I do that, my recording will stop. So yeah, let's not do that. All right. Okay, well first we'll fill in these extra 2 sections just because we can. There's nothing really interesting over there that I recall. It's just a screen and another screen. Alright, so we've got this problem. There's a spider web in front of this cave, and I'd like to know what's inside that cave. But we have no way of getting in that cave. Well, heck, I'll show you. Because if we did try to go in that cave, the results would be rather disastrous. Om nom 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 nom. Spider with teeth, even. It's not good. So, we need to find a way past that spider. And that's actually a little easier than one might think. But in order to do it, we actually need something. You remember that eagle that was flying around earlier? Well, if you recall, and you may not because I'm not sure if I mentioned it. I'm pretty sure I did, though. The spell, the very first one that we did, was called Flying Like an Eagle or a Fly. So we can actually turn into an eagle. All we need is an eagle feather to dip in the rose petal essence that we have. Unfortunately, in order to get an eagle feather, we have to actually get it from an eagle. And the only way to do that is to wander around aimlessly at the foot of the mountain. Oh, crap. Wander around aimlessly at the foot of the mountain until the eagle actually flies by and drops it. But since we're here, let's listen in. A twin sister? Well, that's odd. So I have a twin sister. And more rogues. I have a twin sister. How about that? Here's the eagle again. Maybe he'll actually drop a feather for us. And maybe not. This is gonna end up being a little tedious, I can tell. So, once again, I'll cut the video off, and once we actually get an eagle feather, I'll come back. So, hang on just a second. Alright, so we finally got the eagle to drop a feather for us. You see it right down here. All that happened was the eagle flew by, and once he reached a certain spot, feather popped off of his wing, and fell down to the ground where we could pick it up. So, now that we actually have an eagle feather, we can do something to rid ourselves of this little spider problem that we have. Kind of feel bad for the poor thing, but shouldn't have made its web over a tempting cave mouth. Of course, the web is completely destroyed by the time we get back. Doesn't make any sense at all, but whatever. An oracle? Ah, Daventry. Princess Rosella, your sister. And now all of the pieces of the puzzle fall into place. And there you have the rest of the story. Now we know why this is King's Quest. Gwydion is actually brother of Princess Rosella of Daventry, son of the King of Daventry, King Graham himself, and Queen Valenice. You know, a lot of people gave Roberta Williams a hard time about King's Quest III because they didn't understand. They didn't realize that they played a slave, Gwydion, and they're like, what does this have to do with King's Quest? How is this a King's Quest game? This guy's a slave, he's a nobody. And so she took a lot of heat about that. But once you actually get through the game, at least to this point, you realize exactly why this is a King's Quest. It's a little subtle bit of foreshadowing, pretty much. Gwydion, who's been a slave all of his life, suddenly discovers that he is a prince. And it's a little bit of a shock, I would imagine, for someone like him. And that, my friends, is why this is King's Quest. We have a Stone of Amber now. So So we can now complete the last spell that we weren't able to do it before because we didn't have a stone of unusual color. Well, you don't see many amber stones lying around. So now we have one, and we can finish this spell. Alright, so here we are, back in Manannan's workshop. What we're going to do now is I'm going to save, and we're going to end the Let's Play right here. When we come back next time, we shall journey into this book once more, and make a spell for teleportation at random. And once we have done that, we need to find a way to Daventry. So, without further ado, I will end it here. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you again next time.